Good afternoon, everybody. In this video, I want to go over the process on how to install the latest version of Kodi, which is now Kodi 17.1, and also installing my latest build. I sent, or I will send an email out shortly as soon as I'm done with this video with a walkthrough of the new build. And so once you're done doing this particular video, you will be up to speed and up to date on the very latest of everything. One of the things that is going to be different about this particular process as opposed to others is that I want to erase the existing versions of Kodi that you have on your system. And the reason for doing this is because the new version of Kodi that I'm installing, actually my build is a lot smaller than the versions that I had before. So hopefully you'll notice a performance increase. And not only that, but the Fire Sticks do not have a lot of storage, and this will certainly help because the build is a lot smaller in size. So let's get right into it. And by the way, if you have an Android device, this works exactly the same way. The interface is a little bit different, but you want to essentially do the same steps. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to come over to Settings, click down, move over to Applications, and then move down to Manage Install Applications. Then you want to go down and you want to find your Kodi app. Now, depending on when you bought the device, some of you might only have this blue and white diamond icon for Kodi, and some others might have the two black aces icon for Kodi. If you bought one of the original builds that I have, you actually might have both of these, because when you did the 17 upgrade, you would have gotten this application. So what you want to do is you want to erase these. So the way you do it is you click the application, and that brings you to a sub menu, and here it says uninstall. You want to click it once, you want to click it twice, and it's gone. You want to do the same for the other one. Uninstall once, uninstall twice, and just like that, there is no more Kodi on this device. Excuse me. Now you want to hit your home key, and we want to install the new version of Kodi. So come all the way to the left on the top of the menu to where the magnifying glass, which is the search, and you want to type in Fire DL. Now some of you might already have this because this is the exact same app that we used when we did the 17.0 upgrade. Once you have it typed in, come down to the bottom, highlight in yellow here the Fire DL, click enter, and there's the application. And once again, click enter, and you will see that it comes up to this screen, and you want to hit this yellow download circle, which should already be highlighted on, so you just have to hit enter, and it'll download and it will install it. This process will just take a few seconds, and then we want to hit open. And then you want to come all the way to the top, and in fact the cursor is already there where it says File URL. You want to hit enter, and for the purposes of being clear, whenever I say hit enter, you want to hit the round button in the middle there. Then you want to come up here and type in 60003, just like that. So 60003, it's 5 digits. When you do that, this URL will automatically populate. You want to come down to where it says next. And as you can see, the Fire DL is now downloading the Kodi 17.1 application. Now, depending on how fast your internet is, this process can take from a minute to a few minutes. The reason that you're not looking at you're not seeing the progress bar increase and it's just sitting at 0% is because I don't know. It used to, now it's not doing it. I think maybe it's because as you can see where it says right now it's at 39,000/0, where that 0 is, usually it puts the total amount of megabytes that it's going to download, and it probably did not get that information, so it's not displaying it. It's no biggie, it's downloading, it will install as soon as it's done downloading, and like I said, just takes a couple of minutes, and there we go. So now what you want to do is you want to click down, all the way down, see where it says install? Click that. And now Kodi 17.1 is installing. This process is very quick too. It should take under a minute. So we'll just go ahead and let it go. I want to keep this video running live so that you can see that from start to finish, the entire process does not really take all that long. I know that sometimes it seems a little intimidating, but it's not really. You'll get the little Kodi is ready to launch. You could hit the hamburger key, but you can just come here and also click the open key. And this will be the first run of the application. And you saw that it said Kodi 17.1. Okay? All right, from this point, what we want to do is we want to click the up arrow and click the little gear icon up there. Hit enter. And you want to come first to where it says, actually no, just come down to File Manager, click enter. Then you see that where it says add source, you want to highlight that and hit enter again. And where it says none, it's already highlighted, just hit enter again. And now we're going to type http:// those are forward slashes, mfm/mfm22, and then click over to where it says OK. Make sure you've highlighted OK. Sometimes when you click over there, it might get over cancel and you got to retype the whole thing all over again. All right, so once you get that in, it'll auto-populate the name, then come down and say OK. And you can see that it's added the source right there. Now you want to hit the back button. Again, anytime I say the back button, I mean the button to the left of the home key. And you want to hit the back button again. And now you want to come down to add-ons. And from here, you want to click up to the little open box, click that. Come down to install from zip file. And it tells you that for security reasons, unknown sources is disabled. So you want to click over to settings. It says unknown sources is highlighted. You click it, move over to yes, click yes. And then you want to hit the back button again. And in case it wasn't clear, that all that did was toggle that little switch. Now we can go ahead and install from zip file. It's just a little safety feature that they've added to Kodi for unknown sources. Now you want to highlight MFM22, hit enter, and you want to come and highlight the plugin, which is plugin.video mfband22.zip, and hit enter. And in a few seconds you will see a notification that will say that the plugin is enabled. Simple Kodi Wizard add-on install. Now you want to click up here to My Add-ons, and then you want to come down to Program Add-ons. You want to highlight Simple Kodi Wizard, hit enter. The open is already highlighted, so just hit enter. Then click one to the right, so you highlight the two black aces, click enter, and the build is downloading. And again, depending on how quick your internet is, this could take a couple of minutes, could take 5 minutes, but this build is really a lot smaller. It's like 60% smaller than the other build. It's only 160 meg zip, so it's going to come down very quickly. As you can see, it's going to take me 10-15 seconds here, and it's already downloaded. Then after it's done downloading, it's going to extract. Now this is the actual device that is installing the build onto the onto the Fire Stick, or onto the Android device if you have one of those. Excuse me, I'm battling a little bit of hoarse voice. And at this point, we're almost at 10 minutes. So as you can see, it's a very quick process. It doesn't take a long time to do. And trust me, when you're done, you'll be happy because you'll have a very lean, mean Kodi application running. And if you noticed in the walkthrough video, I added an install or an update build button, which makes this process even easier moving forward. As long as we don't, until Kodi 18 comes out, and then we'll have to do something similar again. Okay, so here's the point where it says that you have to close to force Kodi to close, and you click over to close. But when you do that, it's going to come up and say that it's detected your system as Android. Now, again, at this point, the best thing to do is just unplug the Fire Stick and wait a few seconds and plug it back in, and you'll be ready to go. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you the hard way to do it. And what you got to do is you got to hit the home key. Don't hit enter at that point. Just hit the home key. You come all the way to settings again, click down, come to applications, manage install applications, and then I'm going to open up Kodi again. Now be very careful here. You don't want to do the install like we did before. You want to click force stop. You just got to click it one time and that's it. Then at that point you just come back up here, say launch application, and voila. It's going to, as you can see, it says Kodi 17.1, and the new build is installed. And we are at 11 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm not going to count the additional minutes that this video is going to run because we are done at this point. Now, since it is going to be the first time that this build is opening on this machine, or on this particular Fire Stick, you do want to give it a little bit of time for it to build the menus. It's cleaning itself up a little bit, setting things up. This entire process maybe takes a minute, if that. And the way that you know that it's completely done with everything that it needs to do is because you will see the widgets load right here in the movie section. And there it is. Now you can click up, and as I showed in the walkthrough video, you can just pick whatever movie you want. And you can see that at the very top you get a little descriptor, if you will, of what that movie is. And you got movies, the TV show section. So you can click through each section. It's got to download the art on each one of the shows because as I've mentioned in the past, I delete all the artwork and then Kodi just pulls it down from the internet. So kids section, same thing. Now the live TV doesn't have a widget, so we're good there. Sports doesn't have a widget, so we're good there. Fitness, same thing. Music, same thing. Favorites and settings. And by the way, if you need to know what version you have of Kodi, in case you're not sure, it doesn't matter what version you have. When you go to settings, click down, click on system info. You click on that and it will tell you, let's see, where does it tell you that? It doesn't tell you there. Network, video, hardware, about Kodi right there. See, now it says build 17.1 at the very top. And that is it, everybody. Here is the build update button. So in the future, whenever I send you an email and say there's a new build, now all you got to do is come right here, click down, say update build, click that, and it'll bring up the 2 black aces. You click the 2 black aces, you would hit enter at this point, and the build would start to download, just like we did a few moments ago. And then of course exit Kodi. You guys know I'm always a stickler for making sure you exit Kodi. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed the new build. This is now going to be a fresh canvas, if you will, that we've installed on. And the only thing that you need to do in addition to this is if you have a Gears account, you would need to go into Gears and put in your username and password. But other than that, you are good to go at this point. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please drop me a line on Facebook Messenger as always. And you have a nice day.